Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the week of June 6th. Now Scorpio, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, so you have a few cards here that want to pop out. King of Swords, Three of Swords. We'll see if those come back in. Just know that I do not offer personal readings, and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. I think we need one more shuffle here. Having a hard time shuffling this morning. And all right, let's go ahead and see what we have here. Now I am using the Gilded Tarot as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. Also ask that you consider hitting the like button and subscribing, as it really does help my channel grow and also help spread the content out to other people who may need to see the messages. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me for right now. I'll go ahead and put this up here. And I'll also take 3 of these Kipper cards to clarify as we go along. So, Scorpio, some of you are dedicating yourself, dedicating a whole lot of energy, time, and resources to learning something. And this may even be, some of you may be in formal, like in university. Okay, some of you may be like thinking about going back to school. Some of you may be thinking about taking a formal training, like a formal class, formal course. Maybe one that comes with some merits, like a, maybe it's a certificate, maybe it's a degree, maybe it's something like that, like a certification, something like that. Some of you may be doing that. But if not, what's going on here is, if that's not resonating, which it won't resonate with everybody, what's going on here is some of you are recognizing a talent that you have in this lifetime. And let me just dive into that now, because in the overall situation here, you have this 8 of Pentacles. This is the card that indicates a major talent in the tarot. You can see that this person here is sort of hard at work. They're literally kind of wrapping up their latest creation here. Their other creations are hanging up on the ceiling above them. And as you can see a table here, this person has a lot to offer. They have a lot to bring to the table in not only career situations, but in life. They also have the qualities of dedication. And that's one of the big things with the 8 of Pentacles. Now, the thing is, it's interesting. So I think some of you are dedicating yourself to a craft, to a talent that you already have, but going even deeper with the talent that you have. What is interesting is you do have a classic combination of an apprenticeship with the 8 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So some of you may be taking on an apprentice, or you may be an apprentice, or some of you may be taking on like finding a mentor, and that could also be reversed, where that you are the mentor and you're taking on an apprentice. It really depends on what situation you find yourself in, but yeah, definitely feel like for some of you this could be on the table here at this time. Now, in the past, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. So the Queen of Pentacles is really a card of financial independence. This is somebody who is extremely practical as well. This person takes the practical steps to achieve financial independence. They take the practical steps to budget and save and plan their money and invest their money and do, engage in activities like that. It's a very good card for those of you who are sort of looking at your financial situation, okay? Because this person is quite skilled at doing that. And, it's like, I definitely feel like for some of you here, this has been something that you've been thinking about. Thing is, you have this 2 of Swords energy with it as well. The 2 of Swords is blindfold energy. The thing is, 2 of Swords is like coming forward as interference, okay? And this can say that perhaps there is something that you just can't see clearly. So it's almost like I'm getting this narrative here where, okay, there's a couple narratives here. Like, number one, it's almost like some of you have this major passion or talent and you're trying to figure out how to profit from that. Or some of you are trying to figure out how to like generate revenue or money around that. And then there's also this other narrative here where it's like maybe there is somebody in your life, Scorpio, that has blinded you in some ways, because you have a people card with the Two of Swords, and it's almost like for some of you it's like maybe there was a limitation that someone placed on you, and you're using that limitation that they placed on you yourself. Like this is still in your mind, and you can at any point drop the limitations that people place on you. I'm not saying it's easy, but I am saying that if there's something here that's holding you back, or if there's something that someone said here in the past that's holding you back, it's possible that some of you may have just been thinking about that and like, okay, recognizing that you don't need to bring that with you. You don't need to carry that with you as you move forward. In the future, you have the Five of Cups and the Hierophant. Okay, so the Five of Cups is a card of disappointment. It's like a melancholy feeling. They're really focused on these 3 cups that are spilled when they don't even realize that behind them there are 2 cups overflowing behind them, or upright. And you have this here with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is anything that is traditional. Okay, this could be grandparent energy, traditional old school parents or old school grandparents type of energy. It is an organization or a large structure that you're a part of, such as if you work for a large organization, the Hierophant can show up. It could also be mentor energy or Pope energy, especially because you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is a major, the combination of apprenticeship or mentorship in some way here. And so it's almost like there is this interesting thing here where there's a little bit of like a down feeling that I see with the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups, sort of threaded in between this energy of dedication towards this energy of maybe teaming up with somebody or learning from somebody, and it's almost like you had this vision in your mind of the way something would be, and then when you got to the vision, it actually wasn't the way it was supposed to be. And so let me explain this a little bit more. Have you ever heard of that phrase? I'm kind of botching it here, but don't meet your heroes. Have you ever heard of that? Don't meet your heroes because you might be disappointed. And it's almost like maybe some of you have met somebody that where, like, it's almost like I'm feeling like somebody who maybe was acclaimed in your field, or maybe this was somebody who was like a PhD or a professor, or maybe somebody who's at the top of your field, and you met this person and it turned out that actually wasn't, they actually aren't who you thought they were, something like that. And it's a very specific message, but let's just get some more details here because not everybody's going to resonate with that. So you have this 10 of Cups, you have this 6 of Cups, you have the Moon, and you have the Page of Wands. Okay. So, you know what? Do some of you have imposter syndrome? I wonder if some of you have imposter syndrome. That could absolutely be coming in here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Okay, it's important that you don't compare your talents to somebody else's talents or your gifts to somebody else's gifts, because we all kind of wrap our gifts in a different way. Okay, we all have a sort of different wrapping to the way that we, portray our skills and the talents that we have to offer people and the things that we have to bring to the table. And I would maybe just suggest, particularly if you're in academia, if you're watching this, or if you are particularly somebody who's taking on mentorship, I would go ahead and suggest researching imposter syndrome. All right. In the past year, you have this 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. It's like there's a situation here in the past that you have been spending a whole lot of time on, okay? Because you have the 6 of Cups, which refers to nostalgia or situations of the past, can even refer to past life contracts that we sign and we bring in with ourselves here in this lifetime. You have this 10 of Cups, this Queen of Pentacles. Remember how I said that there's maybe somebody who just like is acting as like interference in your life. This could be a family member here. I believe I talked to you in another reading about family situations. It seems like it's coming in for Scorpio recently. The Ten of Cups can be like happy family and everything, but it's showing up with the People card and the Two of Swords, indicating that perhaps some of you are like, maybe there's just somebody who is, yeah, causing interference. It's almost like a family member has placed a limitation on you and you're ready to supersede that. You're ready to go beyond that. The Moon and the Page of Wands, it's like there's this offer here, but it's not as clear as it should be, okay? Because it's like the Moon is something that is murky. It's something that is not completely clear. It is something that is maybe deceptive in a little way, in some ways, but it's also a temporary situation. And so what I would challenge you to do is to, or what I'd encourage you to do is to not jump to conclusions here at this time, because the Moon can represent like a emotionally charged situation as well. But there's something here around another person's energy that's involved, okay, in this reading very clearly. And it's almost like there's also an offer attached to this. It might be an offer of apprenticeship or mentorship or something. But there's another person's energy here, and some of you are just a little bit suspect about what's going on there. So let's see what else we have. You have, yeah, I mean, look at this. So you have Coffin, Thoughts, and Mature Man. Yeah, it's just this number 5, right? Mature Man. Number 5, the Hierophant. It's basically, it's similar energy, right? And by the way, just a friendly reminder, I do not attach gender to my cards. So you can take on, this person could be any gender. They could just have a masculine energy about them, or same for you, right? But it's like you are spending a whole lot of time thinking about this Hierophant figure, okay? Or this Queen of Pentacles figure. It depends on where, where you are in this reading. But it's like you're spending a whole lot of time thinking about somebody else. This is causing interference here. Coffin, an end to this limitation that was placed on you. Coffins just mean endings in this card. And it's like some of you, I feel like saying to you, you don't have to carry somebody else's thoughts with you as you move forward. You don't have to carry somebody else's limitation that they placed on you as you go forward. Let's move up the pyramid here. So you have the 5 of Pentacles, you have the 7 of Wands, and you have the Chariot. Okay, so yeah, it's almost like there is, remember how I said like there's like this, I've been bringing in a whole lot of different storylines in this reading. Remember how I said like at the beginning, it's like you have this talent and passion, but you're trying to figure out how to monetize it, or you're trying to figure out how to earn a living from it. This is this 5 of Pentacles energy of the past. It's like I'm feeling this like this stuck energy. It's almost like, sometimes like somebody's words just stick around in the air, or like a lingering smell that sort of just sticks around in the air. It's this 5 of Pentacles. It's like for some of you, the past has maybe been a little bit challenging, or just the way that people viewed money in your family was a little bit challenging, or even the way that you viewed money in the past. And it's like, I think that this is the limitation that some of you are really hurtling over. This is the interference I was talking about here, as you have this 2 of Swords energy, okay? You have the 7 of Wands. There's competition present. It's maybe that like some of you are vying for an apprenticeship, or there's somebody maybe in your life who's a little bit competitive around you here. But the thing is, as I always say, you can't get to the 7 of Wands without being successful, because the card that comes before it is the 6 of Wands. But not only that, you also have the Chariot energy next to it, which is an even bigger victory than the 6 of Wands. The Chariot is charging forward in victory and success, and the Chariot is also a major card of sort of overcoming obstacles in one's life. So let's see what else we have here. Okay, so you have the 8 of Cups, and you have the 8 of Wands. So we have these double 8s coming in. Actually, we have 3 8s. So we have 8 of Pentacles, Cups, and Wands showing up here. 888 is an incredible number of abundance. Take the number 8 and flip it on its side, right? You have the infinity symbol. And so, infinite possibilities available to you here. Whatever was unclear, or whatever maybe starts out as unclear, is becoming very clear. Because we have this Chariot energy, but now we also have this Eight of Wands energy, which is literally like a breakthrough. It's the clouds clearing in the background. It's things moving quickly. It can bring in letters, communication from a distance, emails, phone calls, text messages, whatever the case may be. So yeah, whatever was unclear is happening here for you. But the thing is, this is also because you've decided to take a stand with the Eight of Cups, which is about a card of empowerment, moving forward towards the direction of your goals, your visions, your wishes, your dreams. Eight of Cups is a major energy of that, and letting go of the attachment here, the interference of the past. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Judgment card. This is a huge situation, okay? The Judgment card is no joke. It's like we're not in Kansas anymore type of energy when you get the Judgment energy, okay? Because, this is like the one thing that's standing in your way towards completing the journey of the hero, which is the fool. But the fool's journey ends at, or the hero's journey ends at the world. And the Judgment card's your last sort of stand before you complete the journey. And so this asks you to get very real with yourself and see what it is that you need to do to get over the hump or to get over the hurdle. It's this interference here in the past. And you could be quite successful in that. What actions are you taking as well is a question that should be asked with the Judgment energy. You have the Two of Pentacles. There's a change coming, okay? You could be weighing some type of option or decision that you have, but there's absolutely a change coming here. By default, it's a good change, and I certainly think that this is on the way for you. So thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.